This is my Solenoid Plus soundboard. It's for early Bally and Stern pinball machines that have a solenoid board like this. The board plugs into the J3 and J4 connectors. Just remove the connectors on your machine, plug my board in, and then add the connectors back on this side, and add a speaker to the bottom one. I've got 3 different types of boards depending on the spacings between the J3 and J4 connector. The stock Bally board has a spacing of 1.45 inches. That's the A board. The B board is for Stern solenoid boards where the spacing is 1.4 inches. And then I also have a C version that is for the Alltek solenoid boards, and that's a 1.35 spacing. I'm going to also offer adapters. This particular one adapts from the Alltek solenoid board to the version A board. This board has the following features. It randomly plays 1 of 4 sounds for the 15 momentary solenoids for the machine. It also plays 1 of 4 sounds for the 3 continuous solenoid on and off commands. It does not do anything with the coin enable, just the other 3. It plays up to 5 different background sounds when the flipper enable continuous solenoid is on. You can have a single background or multiple backgrounds, and you can also have overlays of sounds over the background. It also has special call-outs for power up and attract every 3 minutes between games, and a hurry up sound if the game is idle during gameplay for more than 30 seconds. And it also has 4 banks of sounds to choose from. Now this board adds to the sounds that your game already has. So if it's a chime machine, it'll add to the chimes you have on there. You can disable the chimes and play them electronically on here since they're just solenoids. You're going to have to add a speaker. I offer this 4-inch speaker with a 6-foot wire. Here's a close-up of the controls on the board. There's an LED that lights up when it detects a sound and is trying to play a sound file. There's 5 dip switches. The top dip switch selects between a single background or a new background every time there's a ball eject. The second dip switch is for chimes. It's either on no or yes for chimes. When you have it in yes for chimes, the continuous solenoids 0 through 4 will always play, no matter if there's a ball in play or not, and they will stop each other when a new one starts. The third dip switch down is for where the ball eject is at, or the out hole. It's either on momentary 6 or momentary 14. If you don't have the ball eject correctly, you won't get the multi-backgrounds. The ball eject sets the multi-backgrounds. Then you have 2 switches for the sound banks. You can have up to 4 different sound banks. There's 2 mixing knobs, one for all the sounds and one's for the backgrounds. And then at the bottom of the board is the main amplifier for the speaker. And there's where you attach the speaker. It comes with a printed manual, and there's installation instructions on the front page. There's a table of contents which has details of all the different games that this board works in. There's a part here on getting started with custom sounds. As delivered, Bank 0 and Bank 1 have just generic sounds to get you going. It'll have a background sound or multiple background sounds depending on how you select it. It'll have the power-up sound, hurry-up sounds, and attract sounds. To customize from there, you can start with the background sound, get a good one that matches the theme of your machine. Then you can modify the special callouts, such as the power-up sound, the hurry-up quotes, and the attract quotes. You can test to see if you can get a sound that works well for the start and end of game. You may have to delay this a little bit to get past the stock sounds that happen. And you could try out different solenoids to see what kind of sounds you can attach to them. Here's a list of the games it works in. It works in the Bally solid-state chime machines. It works in the Bally -32-50 soundboard machines. It works in the second generation Bally soundboard machines with the -51 soundboard. It works in the early Stern machines with the chimes. And it also works in the first generation SB100 soundboard machines from Stern. I have dedicated pages in my manual for many of the Stern and Bally games. Here's a detail of the Bobby Orr's Power Play page. Shows you how to set it up and where all the sound files are at. This is a chime game, so you want to set dip 2 to chimes on, and you want to set dip 3 because the out hole or the ball eject is at momentary 6. And then each of the sounds are shown down here. Then for power up, sound 005 would be your power up sound. The test button plays the background, single background at 180, and then plays sounds 145 through 150 in order. The start game is the 4 wave files at 161 through 164. One of those is played at random. Ending game is 166 through 169. The attract sound, which plays when there's not a ball in play every 3 minutes, is 191 through 194. The hurry up sound is 4 different wave files, 196 through 199. This sound plays when you're playing a game and you're idle for more than 30 seconds. The single background, like I said before, is 180. The multiple backgrounds is 181 through 185. And then if you have random background overlays, these will play over the backgrounds 186 through 189. If you take a look at my first video for this board, you'll see an example of where I use background overlays for Bally Orr's Power Play. And then there's a whole bunch of momentary solenoids at the bottom here, each with 4 files for the solenoids that are being used in this game. And then at the bottom here is the continuous solenoids. Only one is being used, and it's the flipper enable. And when it comes on, it plays the start game sound, and then when it's off, it plays the end game sound.
Bobby Orr Power Play.